Two things we are going to discuss in this video. One is your DipIFR exam preparation process, and the second is your DipIFR exam structure. So before you start your preparation process, one question which immediately comes to your mind is that how much time and effort is required and what kind of commitment I'm locking myself into. You know that DipIFR exam, it takes place twice a year, first week of June and then first week of December. And if you see, so which means that effectively there are approximately 6 months between any two exams. And if you see ACCA website, they say that 4 months of effort is required. That's quite reasonable actually. I also believe that you need approximately 4 months, maybe slightly less, slightly more. But again, saying 4 months is quite subjective because we do not know that how much of effort is needed during those 4 months. So for that purpose, let's quantify this task and break it down into different pieces and see that which task requires what type of effort. So in general, if I say that total time period is 4 months, but you need approximately 160 to 180 hours of preparation, approximately 160 to 180 hours, and that includes everything. So how do we start? The first thing is that for planning, for example, you need to set a target for yourself. That's very important in your mind, that I have to take exam in June or I have to take exam in December. Until or unless you do not set a target in your mind, you will never start your preparation process properly. And of course, you need to choose a tuition provider. Maybe you are doing self-study, but it is better that you go with some tuition provider, and so that it keeps you disciplined and it gives you all the content which is needed. Let's suppose that if you join the Vertex Learning Solution, how do we have with Vertex, what do we offer you, or how do we take your exam preparation process? So first thing is watch lecture videos. We have got two types of videos. We call them lecture videos and practice and solution videos, in which we do past exam paper, their questions and solution we explain. So lecture videos covering all the standards are approximately 40 to 45 hours, and that is enough. And you should follow the study plan, because when you get enrolled with Vertex, you get a study plan, day by day. So and the lectures and the everything is in sequence. So you should follow the study plan. Approximately it takes 40 to 45 hours. Then read the study text. So you watch the standard video. For example, there is one standard which is IS 19 employee benefit. You watch the video and then you go back and you read the study text. Either you read the study text or you read the short notes provided by Vertex. Book is important, but it's not really very important when you have the lecture, because in lecture we cover the total theoretical thing. But in any case, you need to go through the book very quickly and see if there is anything which is missing, or see if there is anything which you need to further go into detail. So study text, I consider 35 to 40 hours of reading. That should be enough actually. Step number 3, watch question videos. So you have watched the videos for IS 19 lecture, then you have read the summary or you have gone through the book for IS 19, the same standard. Then you should do the question videos. You should watch the question videos which we have provided on the site, in which we have explained the question and the solution. It also takes approximately 35 to 40 hours. So I can assume here that you have 35 to 40 hours of video watching here and 40 to 45 hours. So approximately 85 hours of videos you would be watching. Then after doing that, you should do practice yourself, because some of the questions we have solved and you need to do more questions, additional questions by yourself. And that again takes approximately 40 to 45 hours. How it takes 40-45 hours, I will explain it in the next section, that you've got standards and how much time you should be spending on different areas of exam preparation. So this is your step number 4 actually. You can call it fifth, the first one being the planning, but then watch the video lecture, read the study text, watch the question videos, do questions by yourself. And the last one, which is mostly ignored, this is the most underestimated part of the preparation. Read technical articles. It's very important. ACCA has got technical articles, and those technical articles, they will significantly and drastically change your thinking about different standards. So you need to read technical articles, read examiner's report. Very, very important. Exam after every exam is the ACCA issues examiner reports, which tells you that what examiner actually expected and how students they responded, what typical mistakes students they make. So it is quite common that the mistakes made by one group of students, other students generally repeat the same type of mistakes because there are same tricks and same types of glitches in exam, and everybody fall into that trap. And number 3, take at least 2 mock exam. It's really very important that you take 2 full skill mock exams under exam condition to make sure that you have got the stamina, you've got the concentration, you've got the focus for 3 hours, and it will tell you where your weaknesses are. So 2 mock exams minimum you should take to see yourself where do you stand. It's not that you just walk into the exam and see if I can do it or not. You should be able to know beforehand, before going to exam, and take mock exams at least 10 days before exam, so that you can identify your weaknesses, and you will have 10 or 15 days to work over that. So this is about your preparation process. If I speak about exam structure, total time I have written here 160 to 180 hours. It depends on, in certain cases I have seen people spending 140 hours or sometimes even 135 hours and they are done. How do they do that? Because they already have some background knowledge, probably they have prepared in past and this is the second time they are doing preparation, or maybe they are working in IFRS environment and they are quite comfortable with IFRS. So it depends on what your current academic knowledge is and what is your current work role. Then you talk about exam structure and the popular standards. Although our course covers all of the standards which are given in the syllabus, but of course all standards are not equally important. Some standards are more important and some standards are relatively less important. So question number 1 is always a consolidation question, 25 marks. Question number 2 is miscellaneous IFRS, which means that question 2 will have A, B part, probably A, B and C part. And they would be mixing the standards here. I mean, part A would be about IFRS 15, part B could be about, IS 21 foreign exchange. Question number 3 again is miscellaneous IFRS. So this first, second and third question, I would say that these are 70% calculation and only 30% theory. So these are more of calculation type of questions. Of course, in every question there is one part which is very short for theoretical side, but major focus is on calculation. However, on question number 4, this is a complete discursive question usually in exam, which means that there is no calculation involved. It's about application of IFRS. They will give you a scenario. This is what is happening in the business, and this is how they applied the standard, or they made a mistake, and what should be the correct treatment, how they should apply it. So these are the 4 questions. Each question takes 25% weightage. Remember that until 2017 the consolidation question was 40 marks, 40%, 40 marks. Other 3 were 20, 20, 20. But starting from 2019, what they did, that they made all questions for 25 marks each, which means that consolidation, which was previously 40%, now it is only 25%, and accordingly the complexity of question has reduced as compared to past. Popular standards, which I say, these are the 11 popular standards here, and of course there are 3 consolidation standards inside here, like joint ventures IFRS 11 you have here, IFRS 10, IS 28, equity accounting. Those 3 standards we cover here. But then there are these standards, 1 to 11, you expect to appear them in question 2, 3 and 4. So this is IFRS 15 revenue, leases, financial instrument, IFRS 2 share-based payment, 12 taxes, 16 PPE, 19 is employee benefit, 21 is foreign exchange, 33 is EPS, 36 is impairment, and IS 37 is provisions. These are 11 standards here. Plus you've got 3 standards from consolidation there, but these are not the only one you would be doing. Actually these are the ones on which you have to focus more. Of course, there are other standard IS 41 biological assets, events after the reporting period, segment reporting you would be doing, changes in accounting policies and errors, etc. So many other small standards you would be doing in the course. But your main focus area from where the most of the exam would be structured are these ones. Anyways, this is all structure. The common mistakes which students they make, they do not do practice. You need to do a lot of practice, and actually I would say that you should be focusing less on the study text because my lectures are very detailed, and you should be focusing more on the practice kit and past exam papers. Number one, don't ignore or don't underestimate the importance of technical articles and examiner reports. They will tell you a lot about what examiner expects you to know, and how do you or how should you be drafting your answers or your responses. Overall, I would say that if you are preparing, you need to have 160 to 180 hours. So if you are keeping a 4 months time frame with you, doing 15 hours, 15 to 20 hours per week should be enough, but it should be consistent. So I would say that a consistent effort of 15 to 20 hours maximum per week, in the next 3 months you would be prepared. Not even 4 months are needed, even 3 months you can prepare if you are doing 20 20 20 per week. So it means that you can do 80 hours or 70 hours or 60 hours in 1 month. So 3 months you should be enough. But if you have a difficult work routine, you cannot give 15-20 hours, you might be giving less, then you may be needing 4 months in total to prepare for the exam. Pass rates are approximately, pass percentage is 50%, which means 1 in every 2 person they fail. I mean, if 10 people they go to exam, 5 people they fail. And those people who fail, I always believe that they wanted to fail. I mean, they wanted to fail, because if you have a plan and you are working on that plan, there is no reason that you fail. It is possible that you might not score very high. Instead of getting 75 or 80, you end up getting 55 or 60. So that's possible. But that does not make sense to me, that you have a plan, you have followed the plan, you have watched all the videos, done all the practice, and then you go to exam and you still do not get 50. It doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, good luck to you guys. This is all about a short video on ACCA Dip-IFR. Stick to the study plan, keep a target in your mind, set a date and follow the plan, and hopefully you will pass the exam.